Labubus have been all the rage, and after many failed visits to the Pop Mart store, I finally got my hands on one. I actually was so lucky I got two, and then I also purchased myself a fake version, also known as a Ladudu or a Lafufu, and in today's video, I just wanted to celebrate this momentous moment with you guys, unbox these two, see if we could spot the difference between the real and the fake, and then of course, because this is a knit and crochet channel, we are going to make them the cutest outfits you have ever seen. So if that sounds like fun, stick around and let's jump right in. Before we start the unboxing though, for those of you asking what the heck is a Labubu, I want to share a little bit about the lore. So I've done my research, I've got my notes here if I look away, and let me share with you what I have found. Hong Kong born and Netherlands raised artist Kai Sing Long is the brain behind the adorable little creature Labubu that has really just taken the world by storm. She first came onto the scene in his 2015 illustrated storybook series called The Monster, so she's just one of many characters. She, by the way, she is a girl. It's a mistake that many people make, and one that I made originally when I first saw Labubu, is a mischievous-looking elf-like creature with pointed ears, serrated teeth, and while she looks evil and like she's up to no good, in the artist's own words, she is very kind-hearted and good-natured. To date, Labubu has been released in over 300 colors, shapes, and sizes. So why are they so popular now if Labubu has been around since 2015? Well, based on my research and just seeing the trends, it appears like she gained a lot of popularity during the collaborations with Pop Mart. And for those of you that don't know what Pop Mart is, it is a Chinese toy company renowned for collectible designer toys, particularly those sold in this blind box format, meaning you don't know exactly which one you're gonna get, and you could even get the rare mystery surprise version. And their target audience is aimed at kidults like myself. As releases happen of these little guys, it is near impossible to get your hands on one. Think of this as like Beanie Babies 2.0, and I mean people lined up out the door at the mall. It looks like Black Friday circa 2005 when the deals were crazy. Also, people online just repeatedly refreshing their cart. It is near impossible to get your hands on them when they first drop. And so there have been 3 versions released to date. First, we had the Tasty Macaron series, which was version 1. Then we had version 2, which was the Have a Seat series, the Monsters Have a Seat. And then version 3, which just came out the week of April 24th, which was V3 Monsters Big Into Energy series. I did not get my hands on those. I just got V1 and V2 last week. Also contributing to this meteoric explosion has been the endorsements of celebrities. K-pop artist Lisa from Blackpink was one of the first ones that I saw showing off her Labubu collection, but we also had celebrities like Kim Kardashian. I've even heard Rihanna, Dua Lipa like Labubu, and then YouTube's very own Adelaine Morin has been known to love collecting these adorable little figurines as well. They haven't only been garnering attention of celebrities. US media outlets have also written articles about the Labubu Mania that we are seeing in this country and across the world, really. There have been articles written by Vogue Business as well as Business Insider, and I've even seen people doing like behavioral economic analysis of what is going on with these dolls, seeing one TikTok creator comparing it to the lipstick effect. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it is a behavioral economics theory that suggests consumers, particularly women, tend to increase their purchases of affordable items like luxury lipsticks in times of economic downturn. So instead of purchasing a YSL purse, they might buy the YSL lipstick to still feel like they're treating themselves, but to be a bit more sustainable given their economic and financial situation. But with great success, you're also going to draw in copycats, and Labubu has been absolutely no exception. We have many different variations of the Ladudu coming onto the scene as well, and if you want a good laugh, just look up videos. There are some crazy looking fakes out there, and I just can't wait to see what we got. So that's enough talking. We're gonna open these two up and see if we can spot any differences. I think for fun, we'll open this one up on camera as well, because why not? This is a rare occasion. Now, right off the bat, I just wanna share what I did pay for these. The Exciting Macaron Vinyl Face Blind Box on Pop Mart retails for $21.99. I paid an upmark of $30, so this cost me $51.99. but you gotta do what you gotta do. And then I got the Ladudu for $35.99. So they're still upselling the cost of this one as well, but let's see if we can spot any of the differences. The color of the two boxes is pretty different. You can especially see it on the back here. This one's like a little bit more of a muted yellowish green versus this one, which is like a darker green. And the other thing that I've noticed, and you might not be able to see it on camera, but the texture of the boxes is different. The texture on the real box is smoother. And then also, even like the raised font on the real box, it's just higher quality. You could just tell that it's higher quality. The way that you actually can tell if these are authentic is that they have a QR code on the back. And so I want to scan these to see what they say. All right, so it is taking me to fwsy.popmart.com, and here's anti-counterfeiting verification. Found out that you have to scratch the bottom of this QR code off as if it's a lottery ticket or something, and then enter that. So I'm just gonna do that now. So it has been verified as genuine by PopMart. Result, genuine first-time verification. So we know we've got a real one. Thank goodness. After I spent $52 on this, I would have been pretty disappointed if it was not real. Let's do the other one now, because it does also have a QR code on the back of that one. popmaret.com. Okay, so there's already a red flag here. It just looks totally different. Honestly, I'm a little bit afraid to put my information in here, but we're just gonna do it for the video. Oh! Verified as genuine by PopMart. No, it says verified as genuine by PopMart. So, okay, you know just by the URL code that this one is fake and just by looking at the box. But with that, let's open these up and see what we got inside. This is the real one, by the way. I can't wait. I've been waiting so long to do this with you guys. So here's what the packaging looks like, and I'm actually kind of curious. Maybe let's compare the packaging side by side on the fake one as well. Let's not forget which is the real one though. All right, looking at these two, they are pretty dang similar. I mean, you kind of can tell upon close inspection that the colors are a little bit brighter on the real one, but it's really hard to tell. By the way, let's see which one I want first. Well, first and foremost, I'm of course hoping to get the secret one, which I already know is the brown one. Realistically, I'd be really happy with any of them, but I think the one I would be the happiest with is either Lychee Berry, which is the pink one, Green Grape, Toffee. Okay, I'm happy with any of them though, really. All right, let's open this up and see what we got. I'm gonna show you guys first. Not gonna look. It feels so fluffy. What did we get, guys? Oh, it's the white one. So this one is soy milk. Look at how cute this is. So I've already heard that this is an indicator of authenticity, just like Barbie when she's got the little number on her foot. But this is the real deal. Let's open up the fake one and compare them side by side. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm not gonna look again. What color did we get? What? What are the chances of that, you guys? That's awesome. Now we can actually compare the same colors side by side. So this is also supposed to be soy milk. Sorry, contain your excitement. But I feel like that is amazing. This probability of getting these is 1 in 6. And then the super secret one is 1 in 12. So the fact that we just got 2 of the same colors is pretty phenomenal. Now we can compare these two side by side. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. From what I've heard, this is only supposed to be on the real ones, but you can see that it is on both of them. So let me not get confused with which one is the real one and which one is the fake one, because the tags even look the same. I've heard that the tags are usually different, but this is actually a really good Ladudu. The coloring might just be a little bit off. You can see that the real one is just a little bit fuzzier than the fake one. Oh, okay, that's... I don't know what's going on in the frontal region, but there's something very, very wrong with the Ladudu. So that's a really easy way for me to tell the difference on the two of them. The head is also just a little bit crooked. The ears are pinned back a little bit more. You can also tell where the seaming was. It looks a lot cleaner on this one, and the job is a little bit shoddier on this one. And then the hands, the seam on the hands on this guy, there's that seam right there, whereas on this one, it looks pretty seamless. So those are the main differences. I mean, this seam just dead gives it away, but I think it's adorable that we have two of the same. It might have been kind of cool to get two different ones, but I think for the moon... But I think for the case of comparing these two side by side, it's awesome. Also, the back... I'm sorry, the back is killing me too. Look at the little buns. Why is this one so small and shrunken and this one is like all fat and fluffy? This is what it's supposed to look like though. But overall, I mean, this is a pretty good fake version of this one. But this one is just so much better in quality and you could just tell. So, I got my first Labubu. I'm so happy. Start of my collection starts here. Now, just as a bonus one, let's open up the second one I got. I kind of hope I get a more colorful one this time because now I've got two of the same in the standing version. If I could get the blue or the green, I would be pretty happy, or the purple. Any of the colorful versions. So let's see what we got with the have a seat. Here's the packaging. I didn't authenticate this one, but I am like fairly certain it's real because of the place I got it from. So anyway, same thing, not gonna look. Oh, okay, we got pig. This is cute. I would have liked a colorful one. This one is cute though. Oh, this one has the heart eyes actually. The other ones don't have the heart eyes and this one does. She's kind of mean looking, but I do like her. These are my two real Labubus that I first started my collection off with, and we are gonna make some crochet clothes for them, and I guess we'll make one for the Ladudu over here. We gotta make something for this guy to cover up, or this gal to cover up some of the seaming that was not particularly done well. So I'm gonna start making the clothes for the first Labubu, and I want to make this crochet striped cardigan that I found on YouTube by Handmade by DEP, and I'm going to use these two colors of the Luxe Merino yarn from Michaels, and then I'm also going to make this beanie pattern by All About Ami, and they're both free patterns, and I'm gonna make that just in the green color because I think that'll be a really cute color combo. So let's get started on that. Here is the beanie in its finished glory. I'm not gonna put it on until we have the final outfit reveal, but I need to just flip this inside out. Here it is. I think it looks really cute. I will link the pattern in the description. It was super easy to follow. The only change that I made was I did a single crochet border instead of slip stitches because mine was looking kind of crazy. But I can't wait to see this on. Starting on the cardigan pattern, it is in another language and I don't have the correct hook size, so we're just gonna hope that this ends well. I'm gonna try my best to modify and make it work, but we shall see how it goes. Okay, well, I don't know what's happening. My stitch count is not aligning to her pattern. Now, I do really like what this person is doing, like the strategy that they're using to make this cardigan. So I'm wondering if I should attempt to do it on my own and like make it to measure on my little Labubu. I am not really like a apparel designer, even though these are doll clothes. Still not my specialty, but maybe I'll challenge myself to make this into made to measure cardigan. I don't know. Let me think about it. I'll be right back. I am done with the cardigan, at least to the extent that I am willing to work on it. I have a feeling that this one's not gonna turn out as cute as I had hoped, but this is just the reality of this video. I do think that the beanie's gonna be really cute when I try it on. I haven't put it on yet. I did retry and revisit that video pattern. Instead of doing it striped though, I could not be bothered to weave in the ends at the end. I was starting it and then seeing all the ends I'd have to weave in and I'm just like, no. And then I had to fudge it so many times, and I just don't know if it's gonna fit properly because I had to like increase here, decrease there. So let's see how it looks when I put it on my Labubu. That's the finished product. It's a little wonky. Remember how we said this is gonna be the video with the cutest clothes ever? I don't know if I can uphold that promise at this point, but let's see how the beanie looks at least. A little sad about the cardigan, I'm not gonna lie. I have high hopes for the beanie, I really do. There it is! That's the finished beanie. I do think the beanie turned out really well. And I like the concept of the cardigan. I just wish that I could have figured out how to actually make it fit because it's definitely a bit wonky and a little bit too big. But I've seen other people, actually All About Ami had her Labubu just carrying a bag with the beanie, so maybe I'll do that if I have time. But I think that's gonna wrap up this first one. I could not end on an L like that, so I just ended up making the purse real quick just to do the finished look for Labubu number 1. I couldn't with the cardigan, and after all that time and energy, I did want to end on a good note for this first guy, so I just real quickly made this little purse. I didn't follow a pattern or anything. It's just a magic circle with some increases and some decreases, and then a strap of chains, and I'm much happier with how this one turned out. So now I really will see you guys later. Hi friends, I am back, and before I start making the outfit for our little Ladudu here, I realized that I forgot to accessorize Labubu number 1 with something that I purchased for her at the store. And this is not anything I crocheted, just something that I picked up when I got this one. And it is these really cute little sunglasses. I just think that they're gonna go so perfectly with her like cool girl vibe that she's got going on. Look at how adorable these little things are. Oh my gosh, they're like little hippie sunglasses. Oh my gosh. Look at that. The purple matches with the sunglasses. I love how this turned out. And with that, now we can finally get started on our second one here. So I'm gonna set that one aside. And next up, we are crocheting an outfit for the Ladudu. So for this girl, I decided we needed to do something to cover up these seams that were not very well done. And so I decided on using this Crochet Daisy jumpsuit by Katie DIY. I think that'll be perfect for covering up the front as well as the back, and maybe we can cover up enough of the parts that are obviously fake, and who knows, we might be able to pass this for a real Labubu. And for the colors for this one, I'm gonna do a light blue, so it's like a light blue denim, white and yellow for the daisy, and then tan for the hat. Off to an interesting start. Hopefully this is not a repeat of the cardigan, but I don't have the correct hook sizes. So I'm just gonna go a little bit bigger because I think that is better than having it be too small. So let's hope that this works out and is not another cardigan situation. Guys, I am done with the hat, so time for a little fit check along the way. Okay, good. It looks good. Okay, whew. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm happy with how that's turning out, even though we used the wrong hook size. Now on to the overalls. The next day, I finished the rest of this off camera, and this is what the finished overalls look like. Now, I did make quite a few modifications as I was trying it on my Ladudu. Now we are going to cover up the body and see if we can't make this look like a more passable Labubu doll. This is so cute putting the outfit on. There she is. This is how the finished product looks, and I think it looks absolutely adorable. Some of the adjustments that I made, in case you do want to use the pattern, I'm going to link everything in the description box below, but I ended up doing some decreases as I got to the body because it was just a little bit too big. And then for the pants, I made them like balloon pants by using the same method that you use when you're finishing up amigurumi at the end when you need to seam up a hole. I went through the front loops only with a piece of scrap yarn and then pulled it so that it created almost like this balloon edge. And then I had to make a few other adjustments to the straps because the count was off, but it definitely turned out much cuter than I expected at certain points. I was getting a little bit nervous there. So these are our two finished guys, or two finished gals for now. I keep doing that, they're gals. And they look so precious. And now we're going to move on to the girliest girl of them all, the seated Labubu. Oh, she is just so cute. And I'm thinking for her, I want to do like a dress because again, she just looks so girly, and a bow also. I want to do a bow on her as well. And I'm either thinking of using like this fuchsia color because I think that those two would go cute together, or, and this is what I'm leaning towards, a red, and just really leaning into this like Valentine's Day vibe to go with her eyes, you know? And so like I said, I'm leaning towards the red. I think that's what we're gonna do. I have a good feeling about it. So let's get to crocheting the last and final outfit. I have started working on the skirt and I'm using a pattern by Picky DIY. She also has the bow pattern, and I ended up changing the pattern a little bit. So because I'm using, again, a bigger hook, a bigger yarn, I am adjusting it and I'm kind of making it like made to fit. And instead of doing double crochet, I did half double crochet because I like the look of that a little bit more. But I think honestly, so far, I don't want to be too enthusiastic or optimistic about this, but it's looking like it's working. I see a little skirt forming. Let's keep going. Oh my gosh. Look at how cute this is looking. Ah, it's like a little flying saucer. I love it. Okay, here is the dress without the ends weaved in. Let's see what it looks like on her before I do that. And then I'm having this idea as I'm working this up. I think it would be really cute if we made this like strawberry themed. So I'm thinking I'll make the bow on her head green, and then maybe I'll sew some little white seeds on the dress so that way she looks kind of fruit themed. The dress looks like it fits really well. It looks so cute. And I do think that the strawberry idea is what I'm gonna go with. But look at how cute it looks. There's the back and there's the front. So I'm just gonna go ahead and weave in these ends now. Time to start on the headband slash bow, and we're gonna use this green color to make it look like a little strawberry. Okay, my friends, the last and final Labubu outfit is finally done, and this is what it looks like. This is the strawberry dress, and then I've already put the little bow headband on her. And this person whose patterns I followed was really amazing. Highly recommend if you're looking to crochet some clothes for your Labubu. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? That is too cute. Look at that. Little strawberry girl. And what I loved about this pattern is it was reinforced with like a strap around the ear, so that headband is snug on the head. But look at how cute she turned out. This is the final look. I love it. I think this might be my favorite one. I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide because honestly, they all turned out really good, but just the way she sits in this dress is too precious. So I love this one. Let me show you guys all three side by side just so you can see the final picture before we sign off here. Here they are, all three of them just hanging out. They're so cute. I'm really happy with how these all turned out, and I had so much fun with you guys. I hope you enjoyed learning about Labubu Mania, following along as I unboxed them, compared the real versus fake. I think we did deliver on the cutest outfits ever, actually. What do you guys think? I'm pretty proud of them. It was a trust the process type situation for sure, but overall, I think that they just turned out absolutely darling. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I will be back in the future with more crochet yarn related content very soon. Thank you, bye!